Sand filters or DE filters? Currently, we have a 25-year-old diatomaceous earth filter and a 70-year-old pool. Our maintenance person recommended that we switch to a sand filter, perhaps a Hayward 245T top mount. Can you elaborate as to why you think this would be a good move? The pool is 16 by 30. The maintenance person thought it would be more efficient and easier to use. Thank you.
So I think your maintenance person is correct in that the sand filter will just overall be easier to use. Let me break down the differences real quick. A diatomaceous earth filter cleans the water better. There's a better micron filtration from a DE filter than there is from a sand filter. Now, is it enough for me to visually look at one pool and another pool that are both clean and say one's DE, one's sand? No. But on a microscopic level, the DE filter, when operating properly, is going to be technically cleaner than a sand filter. The downside to DE is there's a little bit more to it. Sand you replace every 3 to 5 years depending on where you're at and how you use it, whereas DE, every time you backwash, you have to add some DE depending on what type of filter you currently have that's 25 years old. If it's the old Hayward that's got the pump, the bump button, the bump handle, and you bump it and you backwash all that stuff out, or whether it's got a backwash function, then what you're doing is you're adding in new DE, and you always have to pay attention to how much. What I would recommend on a DE filter as well is to clean it out at least once a year. Take it apart, rinse it all down, start over with fresh DE. In a sand filter, you don't have those same issues. Pressure goes up, you backwash the filter once a week, once every 2 weeks, as needed. You don't do it just because it's time to backwash. If the pool's running efficiently, don't backwash it just because. As that sand settles in the filter, it becomes more efficient and it's a better cleaner. But at some point, as that pressure raises too high, it tells you it's time to backwash. So you'll find that it's just an easier piece of equipment to use, but it's not technically a better piece of equipment to use.